Howdy, friends. Welcome into another episode of Nash Trash with our good friend from Dallas, Texas, Debbie Reynolds. Hey, Debbie, what's going on in Big D?
It's sunny and it's beautiful outside. And after we do this, I'm going to go in the backyard and kind of look around. It's just nice outside.
All right. What's going on in country music this week?
Interesting things. Back on January 25th of 1980, who would have thought George Burns, at the age of 84, had a hit on the country charts. It was called I Wish I Was 18 Again. At the time, he was the oldest performer to have a single at the top of the Billboard's Hot Country Singles.
I mean, a top 20 hit at age 84, that's not bad.
Absolutely. I think it was at number 15 or something like that. But I tell you, I watched George Burns growing up with his lovely wife, Gracie Allen, but who would have thought he was a country artist at the top of the charts?
Good man.
Hey, on January 25th of 2007, a very interesting story. There was a fugitive called Christopher Daniel Gay. He was also nicknamed Little Houdini because he escapes a lot. And he escaped custody on Interstate 95 at a welcome center near Hardyville, South Carolina, and he stole his Crystal Gale's bus. He made his way to Tennessee. Her bus was parked, and he stole the bus, drove it all the way to Daytona International Speedway, parked it in a VIP spot, and then next to Jeff Gordon's car, by the way. He was arrested the following day. The bus was returned, but there was a song written about this escape. It was called The Ballad of Christopher Daniel Gay. So it just details with the day Crystal Gale lost her bus.
Wonderful. Christopher's still in jail.
Well, I don't know about that, but I thought that was a fun story. On January 26th of 1979, and I'm sure you were there when it happened, the Dukes of Hazzard premiered on CBS. What a great show that was. Waylon Jennings played one of the parts in it. He was the balladeer, and it was a fun show to watch, and still on, by the way, in reruns.
Yeah, and Daisy Duke is still around.
Yep, Daisy Duke indeed. And who was she married to, by the way?
I have no idea.
Ringo Starr.
Really?
Yes, Kathy Duke, Ringo Starr.
Are you sure?
We will look that up, but I'm almost positive Ringo
I think it
Starr.
was Barbara Bach, not Catherine.
Oh, shoot. Maybe they're sisters.
I don't think so.
I think you're right, Barb. It was a Bach, wasn't it?
It was a Bach.
Hey, on January 26th of 2016, Thomas Rhett's Die Happy Man had been #1 on the country airplay charts for 6 weeks. Now, that made him the first time an artist spent 6 or more weeks on that particular chart since Taylor Swift had done it with Our Song back in 2007. So for 11 years, she held that record until Thomas Rhett broke it.
Wow. A long time, 6 weeks on the charts. I mean, to be at #1 for 6 weeks, huge.
On the airplay chart, because nowadays, that just doesn't happen.
Yeah, it does not happen.
And then finally, on today's date in 1985, We Are the World was recorded in Los Angeles. Lots of country stars in that, Kenny Rogers, Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, as well as a lot of pop stars and other genres. But, that song still kind of brings tears to your eyes and chills that run up and down your arms. It's a great song.
Yeah, it really moved the world, as it were. Bob Dylan, Diana Ross, Michael Jackson.
Ray Charles was still alive then, and he recorded it as well. Well, let's say happy birthday to a few people.
All right.
Chris Stapleton's wife, Morgane Stapleton. She was born on January 25th in Nashville, Tennessee. She celebrated her birthday. Dave Rowland of Dave and Sugar was born in Los Angeles on January 26th. He's got a birthday this week. But one of my favorites, on January 26, 1953, Lucinda Williams was born in Lake Charles, Louisiana. She was a true legend when she released one of her many albums, but it was released in 1998. It's called Car Wheels on a Gravel Road. I don't know if you've ever listened to that album, but it's in my playlist and on a CD every time I get in the car. But I tell you what, she just reveals so many stories. But one of my favorite songs is she wrote about Lake Charles, and she talks about a man who was born in Lake Charles, but she tells everybody that he was born in Nacogdoches. I guess because he didn't want to be born in Lake Charles. Who knows?
Not proud of being from Lake Charles. Is that what you're telling me?
Too Cool to Be Forgotten is also on that album. Car Wheels on a Gravel Road. Jackson. I swear that is one of the best albums ever. But happy birthday to her. She's celebrating. She's 2 years younger than me, by the way. Happy birthday to Tracy Lawrence. He was born on January 27th in Atlanta, Texas.
Right.
And today, Barbie Benton, actress, model. She was on Hee Haw, had a record called Brass Buckles. Anyway, she celebrates her birthday today. She was born in New York City, by the way. And as you know, she was also a Playboy model for the magazine many times. And then Sunday, Tyler Hubbard is going to be celebrating his birthday, of Florida Georgia line, born in Monroe, Georgia. You know, incidentally, his new song, Undivided, which we talked about last week with Tim McGraw, it was sang in a special celebration last Wednesday night for the inauguration festivities. So beautiful song.
I don't know if they recorded it or they played it live, but they did it across the river. So you saw Nashville in the background. It was a nice looking view.
Yeah, it was a good song. Good lineup at the Opry this weekend. The Gatlin brothers are returning, along with Maddie and Tay, Gary Muldeer, Jared Neiman, Michael Ray, and they added Riders in the Sky as well. So a good lineup for January 30th, Saturday night. We don't start Friday nights again till the end of February. So what's going on in other parts of country music?
Well, you know, we always like to take a look at what was number one. Some great songs. On January 25th, 1958, Marty Robbins wrote or had number one song with The Story of My Life. And in 1975, Dolly Parton came out with The Bargain Store. It was her lead song off her 15th studio album, went all the way to number one, although it wasn't played very much. It still went to number one, which is the power of Dolly Parton, I think.
It's Dolly.
And then on January 25th, 2010, Reba McEntire scored number one with Consider Me Gone. On January 29th, 1972, Merle Haggard came out with Caroline. And then in 1973, almost a year and 2 days later, on January 31st, 1973, he came out with It's Not Love, but It's Not Bad. Let's check out the dance halls that we like to see who's playing. Green Hall on Saturday, February 6th, Jack Ingram is going to be there. Now, the Copeland Dance Hall is no longer closed.
Yay!
Decided to open back up. I guess they closed because of COVID, or that's the reason they gave anyway. But the Copeland Dance Hall has opened back up, and on Saturday, February 6th, they're going to kick off with Dale Watson. On the 26th, it's Sonny Sweeney. 27th, it's John Wolfe. And on March 13th, Randall King with our good friend Kylie Fry. She's going to open for him. At the Do-Si-Do in the Woodlands, Jason Boland's going to be there on January 28th. Mark Chestnut is doing an acoustic show on Saturday, February 20th. And Tracy Bird, who just had a birthday, February 26th, he's going to be there. At Southerns in College Station, Bart Crow is going to be there on Saturday, February 13th. And at Hurricane Harry's, also in College Station, on Thursday, January 28th, John Stork is performing. A show we've talked about a lot, and I wish it would hurry up and get here, at the Arena Theater on May 20th. The Bellamy Brothers, Gene Watson, and Mo Bandy. I keep saying that is going to be a good show. And if you don't have a ticket, you need to go get one. Cody West is at the Good Company Armadillo Palace on Saturday, January 3rd, and at the Pacific Yard House Thursday, January 28th. Cannon Brand and Peyton Howie are both going to be there. Very young, new country artists. Both of them got a lot of talent. Both of them have been on the 5 Minute Music Series on Facebook that we host. And I've never met Peyton in person, so we're going to go Thursday night to meet Peyton and of course, see Cannon Brand. And then Cannon is going to be there the next night on Friday, the January 29th. Check out where some of your favorite artists are going to be. Aaron Watson is going to be at Rowdy's Dance Hall in Spring on February 5th. He's going to be in Alamo, Texas. Do you know how Alamo, Texas is? I have no idea.
I do not.
I have to look up, see where that is. Anyway, he's going to be at the Rail Yard 83 Ice House in Alamo, Texas on Friday, February 12th.
Sounds like a great place to go.
That sounds like it. Sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. Saturday, February 13th, he's going to be in Midland. Kyle Park's going to be in Terrell at the Silver Saloon on February 6th. Our good friend John Stork, like we already said, is going to be at Hurricane Harry's in College Station. And then on Friday the 29th, he's going to be in the Sundance Hall in Canton. One of my favorite bands for a long time, this Saturday night, they're going to be at the Lukenbach Dance Hall. That's Asleep at the Wheel.
Oh, good band.
Ray Benson and all the band are going to be there. And then Friday, February 12th, they're playing the San Antonio Rodeo. Jared Starrett and the Hired Guns are going to be in San Angelo at the Whiskey River Saloon. That's a really nice club. I've been there a few times with Jared. And then Tracy Lawrence, Saturday, February 6th, he's going to be celebrating the birth of Texas at the Texas Birthday Bash in Navasota. And on Friday, March 26th, he's going to be in Crockett, Texas, at the Crockett Civic Center. So, anything else going on in country music we need to know about?
You know, a couple of months ago, we were talking about the 95th anniversary of the Grand Ole Opry. You know, started out as the WSM Barn Dance back in 1925. So on February the 14th of this year, there's going to be a special on television called Grand Ole Opry 95 Years of Country Music. It'll be hosted by Brad Paisley and Blake Shelton, and they're going to be celebrating those 95 years. But among the performers there, because they were doing a lot of the rehearsals and the taping in the last few weeks, but among some of the performers will be Lady A, who it was announced at the rehearsal last week by Darius Rucker. He announced it, that they are the newest members of the Grand Ole Opry.
Congratulations to them. That's a big honor.
I know. They said, you know, they were hooping and hollering and crying and all sorts of things, but they said it was such a surprise. Hillary Scott said, I've been coming here since I was a little girl, and honored is an understatement. They're grateful to be part of this amazing family. They've got 18 million albums to their credit. And of course, their most recent #1, Champagne Night, 11th #1 hit that they've had. I thought it was interesting that Darius Rucker announced this, because this weekend, Darius Rucker kind of made the news. He loves to go to this particular IHOP in South Carolina, and he decided to pay the bill for every person there.
Oh, wow.
And gave a very, very nice tip as well to the servers. So he, you know, he had a good week. His friends were announced to be members of the Opry, and then he went and had pancakes for everybody. So I thought that was interesting news. New artist, Tyler Booth. He's a Kentucky native. He has this great baritone sound, kind of like Randy Travis or Trace Adkins, Josh Turner. But he loves country music. Among some of his new songs, 87 Octane, which is a real good stomping type of anthem. Long Comes a Girl, a real romantic type of song. Hank Crankin' People, which has to be a good country song. In God and Trucks We Trust. That's right. A new song for him. And Half a Mind to Go Crazy. Tyler is was featured on Brooks and Dunn's Reboot album. He joined them on their hit Lost and Found when they recorded that a few years ago. He's got some great touring commitments. He does some shows with Dwight Yoakam and Brantley Gilbert, but this is a young man, Tyler Booth, that we're going to be seeing more of this year for sure.
All I can tell you is every time you tell me about a new artist, I go listen to them, and you're basically right. They're all pretty good.
Yep. And he's just got some good songs out there. I tell you what, Hank Cranking People, that is really a great song.
All right, Debbie Reynolds, anything else we need to know about?
Nope.
No.
I think we're good this week for
Got any,
sure.
got any special plans for the week coming up? I know I don't.
Well, yes, on Saturday, I'm going to be going and having the best breakfast of my life. A shout out to Mom's on Main in Aubrey, Texas, and she has the best food ever. So I'm going to go to breakfast Saturday morning out there.
All right. Well, you have a good time, and if there's any leftovers, you know where they can go.
I can ship them to you.
All right, Debbie Reynolds, we'll be talking to you next Wednesday night. All right?
Bye-bye.
All right. See you. Bye.